Hey guys, here we are playing, well, the great, I forgot the name.
Ace Eternity. The Great Ace Eternity Chronicles.
Thank you.
Today, we are still in the court, and we actually discovered that the policeman that was on off duty that night, that he moved the stabbed woman across the street to inform his colleague because he was still on duty and he didn't want to ruin his date, and actually we discovered that by a bouquet of flowers. Indeed. So if you hear Danny is kind of a little bit grumpy or upset, it means that one of his pictures that he was trying to scan in got wet.
Yeah.
Say perhaps in the comment below it's just a picture. You can make another one if you can still remember what the picture is. That's about it.
A little bit unfair.
But because my Nippopose friend over here can perhaps take me wrong by making another picture of that same. This time he will make it twice as better than before.
Yeah, also you didn't really answer my question last time from using game this thing to do. But yeah, that's for another time. Yeah. Let's continue.
That the accused, Mr. Suseki Natsume, is the only person who could possibly have committed this crime.
How are you so sure, buddy?
Objection!
Are you sure about that?
No, I disagree. Now that we know the true scene of the incident, there is someone else. Another person who could be responsible for the knife in the victim's back.
Forgive me for being prostumpetous.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. But I believe this prosecution is probably well aware of this possibility already.
1 from 6, is that true?
Very well. Name the person if you will. And that further investigation is warranted. The prosecution has no objection to the trail continue.
You do not object? You will name this other person who could have perpetrated the crime. Do I need to say more?
Ah.
Should we?
Is it standing on the list?
It is the one.
The one and only Joan Garrett.
Take that!
The defense would once again like to request the cross-examination of a new witness, my lord. On second. My assistant made the same request earlier. In order to finally reveal the truth about this case, Well, we across them and junior member 4, Miss John Goradept.
Me? Me? Oh, Jerry, me!
Objection!
Objection. That request has already been denied.
Oops. Sorry, that was a bad accident. I hit the controller.
Objection!
Objection!
But the situation is very different now. Yes, it's very different. Yes, yes, yes. Miss Gerdet, answer me this.
What do you want now, you little toad? I'm not a toad. We are not singing here. Got
Ribbit.
Thumbelina's hand.
Ribbit. So I could help it. At the time of the incident, were you engaged in a violent argument with your husband, Miss Joan Garadept? In the course of the argument, a minor house fire was ignited. Clearly smoke from the room. Your husband opened a window that out of Barry Road.
Railroad. Well, what of it?
Oh, what of it?
What? Well, what of it?
You threw this book at your husband when he was concerned about his back against the window. Upon the strike of the panel opening the casement window, the book pummeled directly down. Finding its way, what we know to be the true scene of the incident.
Yes, as I said, what of it? Listen, you woman!
Indeed, listen. During the argument, you were beside yourself with the rage. As such, you threw not just books, but also you could lay your hands on.
The dots.
So let me ask you one more time, Miss Garadept. This knife, the one removed from the victim's back, have you really not never laid your hands on it before?
Laid eyes on it before.
Sorry.
Ah! Oh! Oh!
Back it up.
She looks like a puffer fish right now. Do you hear her popping his mouth? Dot 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 dot. I don't recall it.
Seriously?
Am I supposed to remember everything I picked up and threw it at my husband? Yes. And anyway, the man over there in all that regalia said members of the jury needed to testify, didn't he?
Really? Yes.
Objection!
Objection. No, I have no recollection of saying that at all, juror number 4. Oh?
Stinky oh.
There's something stinky going on. Oh! He smelled something stinky on juror number 4. Make no mistake, you jurors are not special in any way. You're not immune to the juridical process. He wants answers too. Ooh. If you know something about this knife, madam, let the truth come out. Ooh, don't never lie.
Never lie, woman. Never.
Never lie. Hmm. But, no buts. But that's a common or garden knife. I could have come from, it can have come from everywhere. We have several like that at home. If one went missing, how could you expect me to know? So we have a few.
What's that? Are you joking? What are you saying, please, Miss Gardup?
Oh. Now you listen to me! I refuse to believe all of this nonsense! I couldn't bear the thought I have injured someone. Do you hear? I couldn't bear it! Oh, the poor woman. So yes, I want evidence. I want to see hard evidence if you're going to insist on this being my fault. Because you are angry. You're going to have to prove to me that I threw that knife instead of what you think. Come along now, chop chop, do your worst.
Wow, Witch of the West.
No. Which street was it again? The other side of the street. Ding dong, the wicked witch on the other street!
Well, she lives on the west of our cards. This is on the left, so that's the west. And east is on the right.
Depends on what the sun is, right? That's where the sun comes up and goes down.
How do we don't know? Yeah. Sorry. Well,
Mr. Naruto?
well, if I had evidence like that, believe me, I would have thrown it at her already.
Then take the stand, juror. Oh! The prosecution does not object to the defense request to cross-examine this woman.
Thank you, Lord Van Zieks. Wait, what? He's helping us? Zoinks!
I think he actually is curious about what actually happened, because you went a step up ahead about that the victim itself was moved across the street, and why there were books lying around as well with other items, like the pocket knife. I'm going to have to testify?
Juror number 4. I am sure you will appreciate having observed it with your own eyes today. Witness testimony can lead to most extraordinary truths being unearthed. Truth which the witness themselves may not even have been aware.
Oh, dearie me!
I demand your full and unadulterated testimony, Miss Gardup. Among my words, in this court of law today, we shall extract the truth.
We want the truth.
Do you conjure counsels?
Concur, counsels? Certainly, my lord.
Oh, that's what I'm hoping for, my lord.
He's in trouble!
Such a strange feeling. First time since arriving in this country, it actually feels real. I'm here in the Old Bailey. I'm a lawyer.
Yeah, that's what you studied for. No, she's holding a teacup. Witness state of your name and occupation. Oh, yes. My name is Juan Garbib. And I'm, well... I'm a juror, and such like.
Like even she doesn't even know what she's a housewife or a maid or what anymore.
The court has decided your testimony is required in order to clarify matters in this case.
Sorry, I'm just trying to think.
Do you understand, madam? Leave a like and a comment if you like my old voice. My mimicking old voice.
Found the drawing I was lost. I found it.
Yes, let it dry on the heater. Of course. Yes, my lord.
Get it on.
You will tell the court everything that took place in your household in the evening in question. And I warn you, do not attempt to hide the truth. Oh, dearie me. She's shaking.
Lily.
Shut up, Johnny. Nothing to worry about now.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
I think it's the husband. Yeah. Oh, I didn't know you were here, John. You know, he looks like a moon. Wasn't only you in the room that day. Whole thing, was it? Oh, now another couple. Rather think I ought to justify as well, don't you? There's romance in here.
Indeed.
But what about you, Nee, dear?
There you go.
Romance. Don't you worry about that. Hardly noticed it. I'm not the sort of chap to leave a comrade to face disciplinary action alone. Oh, John!
I presume you are Miss John Cardet.
Yes, sir. Former second lieutenant on the 3rd Regiment on the 4th Northumberland Fusiliers, sir.
That's a mouthful.
See my fair share of action, and now living the quiet life as it were.
That was a tongue twister.
Yeah, at least I didn't fall off the stairs like that.
You that okay down there? We need to call an ambulance.
No, epic parkour. The quiet life. Were you not engaged in an uncertain daily battle with your spouse on a day in question? Well, yes, quite.
I believe this will represent the first and proud history of the British court. Calling a juror to witness stand unprecedented. However, the court will hear your testimony now, juror number 4, and that of your husband. You will recount clearly and concisely the events in your home at the time of
seriously.
Thank you. The incident in question.
Sir, at once. Witness testimony. The Battle of Gardept. Yes, on that day you're referring to, the wife and I did have a bit of a skirmish. Can't recall the reason now. Knocked a candlestick over and set fire on a carpet. Soon after that, though, we got the window open. Meanwhile, I was picking up whatever I could find to throw at him.
plenty of knights around our place. Can't say I noticed one or two went missing, I'm afraid. There you have it. Point. If that Bradley thing on the victim's back really was one of ours, you have to job proving it, I think.
That
He
sounds
said it.
Knives or two.
Indeed. That's not quite a bell in your household that evening.
All true of the entire one-sided assault, it seems. The enemy Cotton Hopster had no choice but to dig in and take defensive measures. To be honest, if the enemy had kept shelling us for 1 minute, we have been toast. Of course, the veteran such as myself is only too aware that on every battlefield you are just a gorgeous whisker from death at any moment.
Are you still talking about Marital Carol here? Well, I must say that duelist this testimony will shed any lights on this jackknife.
In combat, one's focus now is such, and surroundings are barely noticed. I think on the knife itself is standing a Garep's name, then. These witnesses may not be able to offer anything more than have testified already. This may be a dead end.
Six may be right.
Well, whatever the chances. We only have this last cross-examination to have covered the truth, Mr. Naruhodo.
Yes, I'm afraid so. Very well, Consul. Begin your cross-examination. Baby.
Cross-examination.
Round 2, fight!
Well, let's shall press on the case, shall we?
Hold it!
Even though the room was on fire.
Yes, concern at a time. It was more important to extinguish my anger than the flames. When a woman wants to throw, she must throw. That's most certainly not true of Satsuto takedown, Mr. Naruhodo.
I didn't see knew I was thinking that. So please cast your mind back and try to remember. Was a knife among these things you threw at your husband that day?
There's no recall. Because she was too angry to remember. But I feel I must find out that I am no monster. You see, some bread, garbage, garlic, a towel, a sponge, a napkin.
Sure.
Something to say, Mr.
Excuse me.
John? Sauce me.
Do you have something to add, sir?
Spinning his pipe. He's spinning around.
Miss Garrett?
Yeah.
Mr. Garrett?
Don't shoot! Oh, sorry, I beg your pardon?
Your wife remarked you bring something to mind?
Nothing of any scientificness, no.
Just that the bargage of projectiles the old thing launched at my direction. It was someone more solid than she implies. Books, bricks, and a fire pucker I seem to recall. And the woman said, "Don't speak, woman! You're not home now! This is a court of law!" And the woman's aim is uncanny. She launched and directed with my every Bailey. Whoa!
Look at
We're not at home now. This is a court of law. Funny.
Oh, dearie me. Ever so sorry, dear.
What's he even doing with the teapot in here?
Honestly, John, I would never have thrown such things at you, obviously.
Well, take a look at this then. How do you suppose that happened?
Your pipe sore?
I had this thing in my hand and use all the time in onslaught. Knocked it clean out of one of her soft projectiles, he did. Yes! And when I picked it up a thing, it was broken in two. Like you see a sponge doing some sort of damage.
I see, your pipe was broken?
It's split in half, no! It would never be in the sun flying unless it was hit by something pretty solid. Anyway, I managed to bandage the thing up for now.
Oh, you're the one to exterminate, aren't you, dear?
Spinning.
I wonder what make out of this account.
It was hit by a heavy object.
The fans believe this guy that's remarked just now to be a great significance.
Objection!
Objection. This war veteran's words only tell us one thing. Betray a fairy wife, and pipes as well and hearts may be broken. Sentimental wisdom, perhaps, but hardly worthy of adding the formal testimony.
Indeed, common sense might say. Might one?
In that case, would you at least permit to us to examine the pipe, sir?
Well, I don't see why not.
Oh, dearie me, there you go again, trying to congratulate yourself with the young lady.
Very well, the court will accept the gentleman's pipe as evidence.
Got the pipe. Now we can pipe. I hope I didn't speak out of my turn, Mr. Naruto. I was just feeling rather disappointed for you that your request was turned down.
Oh no, it's fine. Thanks to Sato-san, we have new evidence to work with. We should examine it carefully. Well, thank you for your reveal, Mr. Caradat. Now we're in the crux of the matter. What can you tell about the court of knife used to attack the... Yeah, I got other stuff to do.
Oh.
Hello!
Oh, something just trinked inside the chamber of the pipe here. Yes, I saw it. Something stuck in there, I think.
I'll turn it over and give it a shake. What is this?
A fragment of metal. It looks like the tip of the blade or something.
Tip of a blade? Really, it couldn't be. Hold a minute, I am thinking. I haven't looked at this game so long while, so... Really now? Shall we?
Does it say so?
Yep.
Yeah.
Objection!
Action.
Mr. Gerda, could I ask you to take a good look at this, please?
You can ask, but I don't see a I can't see a barely thing.
You can't?
He used to call me Dead-Eye Depp back in the Wilmond, of course. But that was some time ago now. Even when I'm trying to enjoy the large print book by the fire these days. I struggle to tell a B from a D and a P from a Q, to be honest.
Oh, he does staring me, such rather raring being asked about every other letter and every other word. So P and B and D Q. Oh my god, you must very dusty.
Yeah. I didn't know how to say that one.
What is that? A tiny scrap of metal?
Yes, mostly certain from the tip of a blade. And what may have appeared first in a tiny little scrap is in a piece of evidence.
Interesting. And where did the defense come by this evidence?
It was lodged in the chamber of Mr. Garadab's pipe.
My pipe, you say? By Jove, I wonder how it got there.
What a precisely did the fragment of metals console? Are you suggesting this is very related to the metal of stabbing on Barrel Road?
Railroad.
I am.
What?
We put together the pieces of evidence already in the court record. I believe this tiny fragment of metal it will reveal the whole truth on this case, my lord. You please cover
She's
your
standing
ass.
on the box because she's so small. Lol.
Yeah, but Mr. Garadat, his underwear is showing.
I didn't see that.
You appear rather covered in an extra statement, Consul. Very well, then present the evidence to the court. What evidence are paired with this fragment of metal? I'll reveal the truth of this case. We said it was the knife! Jesus.
Yeah, they need to have to confirm about that.
Take that!
This is the knife that was found in the victim's back. If you look closely, you will see there's a small piece of tip, the blade that's missing.
A common issue with the internal blade soldered on safely street markets. Criminals who use them regularly leave the tips lodged at their victims' bones.
What is this particular knife?
No doubt as a tip has suffered a similar fate. Now languishes somewhere near the spine of the victim.
Objection!
No, that is not the case.
Huh?
The tip of the particular knife's blade is the very fragment of metal we discovered in the chamber of Mr. Gerda's pipe.
Oh!
He literally did the pose of like he's being stabbed, like a vampire stab, like.
Got stabbed.
Good grief! What from Zix?
I don't believe it.
The knife from the crime scene and this fragment of metal?
Are a perfect match?
Good golly gosh!
Oh, he's burned by his butt! That's
told
why
you!
he's under it. Lol! Now I see! Order, order!
Order, order, matter? Is this some sort of Eastern sorcery? Nope.
This is no magic, my lord. This is a miracle.
A miracle? The sorcerer seeks figured out, has he? Consul, explain their extraordinary residence at once. Yes, my lord. The crucial point that we have ourselves here is when did the fragment of metal find its way inside Mr. Gada's pipe?
Thing has that was clarified for us in the most recent witness testimony. Had a thing in my hand usual at the time of onslaught. Knocked it clean out with one of her soft projectiles. She did, yes. It would never have been sent flying unless it was hit by something pretty solid. Oh, dearie me!
During the argument between those two has occurred just as the victim was on the pavement below. Miss Garrett flung this knife at her husband. However, the knife missing Garrett instead of striking the pipe in his hand at the time.
Which caused the tip to break off, of course. And sent out Ethan through the window!
Yes, and that was when the tiny tip of the blade found its way inside Mr. Garrett's pipe.
Yeah, the chances of that! A million at once!
I'm out of fire, he's like... He's going about to fall! Yeah, there's no other credibility explaining how the tip of the blade ended up in your pipe. Then, after losing its tip, the knife re-ejected out of the pipe and flew out of the open window.
Literally yeeted out of there!
In short, this knife, which fell from the window of the Garrett's house, is the very knife that struck the victim in the middle of the back on the street below.
Oh gosh! Oh dear!
Oh! Dude, cover your underwear, please!
Objection!
Please don't throw it again!
A full body 30, I give you that! A complex bouquet of seemingly trivial points plausibly arranged to create an almost passable vintage. Allow me to toast to my learned friends surreptitiously Nippopose approached debottling his argument.
Sorry?
But rather all is just a theory. The bottle, I fear, is corked. Because you see...
Okay.
It's spoiled by an unceremonial inconsistency. Blah.
What? Ow. What forensics? Explain yourself. What is it? Because you claim to have the invite.
An necessity to be separate nature, my lord. The victim was found with the knife planted in the middle of her back.
Yes, in her...
Back.
Ah!
That's right, you silly little man! Oh my god.
Now, John, old thing, what are you getting so excited about?
Let us consider the basic facts of the case once more. The victim was walking along the pavement before being stabbed in the back, falling to the ground. I think she was something picking up. I mean, perhaps she did throw a book. She did throw a book out of the window, and the victim actually picked it up, and then the knife hit her back.
If the knife was struck at her fallen from above, it would be in the head.
I asked you to stop doing that!
There's no possible way to plant it itself in the victim's back. Well, perhaps she was crawling down? Or bowing down or something? Possible.
Order!
Quite right! You see, that is exactly why the knife had fallen on her from above! Oh my god. I would have stuck her in the top of the head! Is that a confession?
Well,
He's lost for words, look! I knew it. I never liked the theory in the first place. I don't know though, what do you really think happened?
should appear the defense made of rather a spectacular blunder.
If that theory has even more concernsly, it cannot stand. Your theory, my learned friend, is history!
No, it's not. So close. I could see the truth. Was sure we were on the right track. Now the way has blocked completely. I just one simple inconceivably.
Or in other words, we simply need to eliminate that one unconcernsly and theory will stand.
Sisada?
Mr. Sato. You mustn't worry, Mr. Nanahudu. You were just caught off guard, that's all. And your mind went blank. But the path we're on is indeed correct. Then a way will present itself. The key to this is the court record, I'm sure. All the information you need is there. It seems you have nothing to say, my nipple-post friend. Well, your silence speaks volumes. Effective acceptance of your theory is finally flawed.
Dude, cover your butthole!
Objection!
Because it doesn't mean I was on the wrong track. It means I'll need to sharpen my mind and dig deeper for the truth. It's a test. Yes! If the knife fell on the victim from above, there's no way it could have hit her in the middle of the back. Under normal circumstances, that is.
What are you implying?
Console. There's a piece of evidence in the court record that explains That explains how the knife that fell from above could have pierced the victim's back. We already have the answer.
Witness!
Utter madness!
Sure, that must be the last time. Counsel, present the evidence which you speak. Well, consistency, the final piece in the puzzle. In making this sense of this, the truth will be laid bare at last. The evidence that also explains how the knife became lodged in the victim's back. It actually makes sense as well. Yeah, okay, it cannot fall in the victim's back unless he's unconscious.
No, unless she was trying to pick up another book that was thrown already.
That can also be possible. Let's see what the story tells.
Take that!
This, the fourth book found at the scene. Final piece of evidence that the defense will present.
The burned book?
Is that not Mr. Garda's book? Yes, and I understand this is
I understand the significance. We have to consider how it come to be at the scene in the first place.
Photographic print clearly shows the book in question. And the victim holding it in her hand.
But as we all know now, it was the police concerned would have put the book between her fingers like that.
Quite so, as a part of his wholesale transplanting of the crime scene from the opposite side of the road. That's true, however, part of the testimony concealed that actually a lineman statement at that point. What made you place that book in the victim's hand?
It's because that's how I found it. Runner first ran over the scene. The victim was already holding the book. So when I moved everything, I made sure it was still in her hand.
In other words, the victim already picked up the book of her own relation. And clearly that must have been before she has suffered the knife wound. Well, I will say so. After being attacked with a knife, I imagine she have been doing much of anything. So the question becomes, why did the victim have the book in her hand?
Why, Jingle? I think I'm beginning to see what may have happened now. Oh, dearie me! We know that the book fell from the top of the floor of the Garrett household into the apartment below. At surprise at the moment, the victim was walking past.
Yes, at the exact that moment, the young lady was walking along among the street in the light fog. All of a sudden, a book fell right in front of her.
Book I drew!
Yes, Miss Gardet, and what do you think the woman did? What would you do if you were walking along and suddenly a book landed in front of you on the pavement?
Well, I recall I can't imagine it, but I suppose she might have reached down and picked the book up.
You're right. She was trying to book up. Yes, that's exactly what the woman did. She picked up the book.
Oh, Prince.
And when the woman reached down to pick up the fallen book up, what position was her back half been in? That's right, facing the sky completely utterly defenseless. Then, in the very next moment, the woman was still bent over to pick up the book.
Moment. Moment. Moment.
I said movement. Okay.
Yeah, you said moment for some reason.
Okay, weird.
Alright.
The next object fell from the room above, the jackknife straight into the middle of her back. And at the same time,
a knife behind my back. Can you get it out?
walking by chance directly behind Miss Green was the defendant, Miss Suseki Natsume. Well, I never! It appeared that Miss Natsume, the woman simply collapsed on the floor, in the dark and in the fog. She didn't see the knife falling out on her from above.
And from the other direction. The constable and his wife saw no one but the victim and her apparent attacker.
Wow, you now figured that out? Nice. Good job, guys.
Yeah. But there was never a real culprit to run from the scene in the first place. No, there was nothing more than a series of unlikely events accumulated on the unfortunate incident.
Accident.
And that is the real truth behind this case.
Ding, ding, ding.
Well, Mr. and Mrs. Garrett.
Speechless. Very first time you shoved me that knife, I had my suspicions. I wondered if perhaps it might be in something like that. There, old bean. Poor Mr. Garrett. Mrs. Garrett. Of course, I never meant for anything in short of happen, but... it was all my fault, wasn't it? I'll take full responsibility. I let my anger get the better of me. I threw that book. And I threw that knife as well. Yay, case has been succeeded. John, my dear? It's alright, I know. Oh, I'm ever so sorry. Truly. Psst. And she fainted. Oh, he fell down as well.
Oh my goodness. Lord Franziks, what's the news of Miss Garrett?
She's been taken to the infirmary. It would appear that today Evans had left her in an unsuspectedly flustered state. However, I believe she will recover from due course. There's no cause of concern.
Yes, by unknown by knowledge of themselves, they cause what have easily have been a terrible tragedy. They should have prepared themselves for the consequences of their actions.
Consequences. There is some good news, however, my lord. I have just had a word from the hospital where the victim has been threatened. Her condition is improving steadily, and the doctor believes she will regain consciousness soon.
Strange, we have been talking about the victim all this time, but we never met her once.
Oh, wonderful! This woman is out of danger, it seems.
Aha!
Yes, that is good news. Oh, Ms. Sugar, Summer.
There he is.
Yes. On behalf of my fellow countrymen, I would like to take the opportunity to beg your pardon, sir. You came from a distant eastern homeland to study our great British culture, and have been repaid with a mere unkindness. Please accept our heartfelt apologies. No, it was me who had been begging your pardon. Oh no, Mr. Nosame. That evening, when the young lady was just collapsed on the pavement before my eyes, I jumped to wrong conclusions again, in my confusion. One conclusion, sir. I was sure that the woman was dead.
Constable Beetle said the same thing, didn't he? He thought she had been killed, too.
Most of the way I look completely lifeless. been a year since I arrived in Great Britain now, and I can't get used. But I still can't get used to life here. Can't relax. I'm sure there's evil spirits lurking in the fog. They're haunting me. Poor Jackie-san, his imagination has really gotten the better of him.
Yes, poor man.
So when it happened, I thought the young lady had been completely taken by the fog spirits. Should never have dropped my books like that and run away. Why does that now suddenly remind me of Digimon? Like, I'm not kidding. In Digimon Survive, the fog is a killing enemy!
It's not only a Digimon, it's actually also that one's, if I recall it correctly, there is some kind of a spirit that makes fog.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I think it could be a theory. You will never know. If you research on the internet, perhaps it's true.
I should never have dropped my books like that and run away. I should have called for help, for a doctor, for the police! Instead, I managed to create a rift relationship of our trust between our two empires, and for that, I'm truly sorry. Do you notice something different for a moment?
That Mr. Garp was in a judge seat?
Yeah!
Yeah.
He was sitting in the place of a Juan!
Yeah, I know.
One could indeed say a certain Mr. Spirit had been at work here, I think. One have created a chain of unfortunate mishaps. They were befooled by the spirit and led to false conclusion. But thanks to the Lord for Seeks and our Jarl warrior from the east, their chain has not been broken and the spirit size. Be gone, demon! Be gone!
Be gone, evil spirit, go to your afterlife. Be gone, evil spirit, go to your afterlife.
I ought to commend you both. Oh. Now then, ladies and gentlemen of the jury. Yes, my lord.
That's my lord. That was mine.
Oh, sorry. In concluding this trial, I must show this one last time for this regarding the defense corporation. Present your findings to the court.
As for the foreman of the journey, I can assure you we have been reaching the fair and just conclusion. I do declare the truth to be extremely cruel at times.
Well, I didn't expect a woman next to me, that's for sure.
Sitting in the old beans which she's out of action, you know, but I know what her decision would be.
Does this mean I'll finally be able to get out of here and start work? It's about time! I say I
have to court of some story to tell the grandchildren when I got home, won't I?
Very well, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I hereby demand your final decisions. Mr. Foreman?
Not guilty.
Not guilty.
Not guilty.
Not guilty.
Not guilty.
They're all saying it themselves.
Not guilty.
Not guilty.
Not guilty.
Yeet. Very well, Ms. Suzuki Natsume, I hereby pronounce you
Not guilty.
Still the
Firework
fireworks.
and boards? It's kind of a risky, right?
Yeah. And finally, Mr. Natsume. Oh, yes, my lord, sir. You are now a free man once more. It is my hope that you will continue further education in British culture, and may you never again be brought here before me. Oh, yes, sir, of course. On my life. I swear I'll never set foot in the courtroom again. I am transported to tears.
It looks like Crocker from the Fairy Parents.
Yeah. Thank you, consoles. Court is adjourned.
Yay, we did it! Yay!
Finally!
20th of February, 3:70 p.m. The Old Bailey Defendants Chamber.
Oh, let's go. Wait, you're Mimi? Of course! Is that all the gym here? Is there even one?
Compared to the original locum student, Mr. Naruto Square, your name has become rather short, hasn't it?
What's wrong with using my excellent name?
Well, at least I'm.
Oh,
It's the wrong one. At least I'm free! Joyful jubilation! Hardy, happiness, hooray! What the fuck?
Oh, I am pleased. Mr. Natsumi is delighted.
Would it be so hard to say that then? Look, you did it! You saved me from the brink! Well, what happened to the poor woman? That was no way your fault after all. I'm just glad everyone could see that now. No, not that! No, lovely young looking lawyer! Yes? I mean, as I said before, I've never getting used to my life here in Great Britain. I look over my shoulder, I see foreigners. They're towing brick buildings, and from high up windows, I look from down on me laughing. Look at that little hunchman back.
Hunchback. Oh dear, I'm sure it's all in your head, Mr. Natsume.
What? Today, the luncheon lawyer gave me gloom to boot. You stood firm behind the bozal bench before all this British bubbling British. You battled the bitter end, barely the baffling truth. And when I helped before the fireworks among the Bailey roof, I bowed. You're all the best British I've ever born. Oh, it's very flattering, but we are very pleased for you. Giving me a wonderful associate to recount to my old friends back in Japan. Associate? That will become of all my hard work?
how dare you are, my dear fellows.
Oh no!
I apologize for keeping you waiting. I was late this morning.
You want to take his? I don't mind. I don't object.
Oh, Mr. Shams, what a pleasure to see you.
Hey, I see I'm here and not a moment too soon. A disaster has been averted, I'm gladly to say.
Oh, hello? Is that my line?
Yeah, sorry.
The trial has begun presently, Mr. Naruto, and I wish you the very best of luck.
It's just finished.
What? No! Then my haste was in vain!
It's you!
The ghost!
Look, Shams!
Oh, have we met, sir?
He's literally typing.
Sorry.
This is Mr. Natsume, the man you had arrested, Mr. Sholmes.
I see. I failed to recognize you at first. Our previous encounters has taken place into the groom, either your bleak lodgings or prison cell. The sublime couldn't place your curious face in the light.
Charming.
Charming.
This is all your fault, Herlock Sholmes! The reason I had to go through this terrible ordeal! I'm going to give you a piece of my mind!
My apologies, sir, but I assure you I have placed you now. You're a fellow who abandoned the poor young lady and ran off, are you not?
Oh!
Had she been taken to hospital more urgently, I feel perhaps she would be regained conscious by now.
Oh!
But it was inevitable, I'm sure. We are all but human after all. Anyone who has been shaken by such an experience.
I do feel very badly about how I behaved.
Well, never mind. Now then, what was what you wanted to say to me, sir?
Nothing.
Ha 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 ha! Prices! Oh, I am sorry, really, but oh, that was quite priceless.
Where is you, Zeki-san?
Still, on the bright side, you have had an extremely entertaining experience without paying a penny. And that would seem you were not even found guilty.
And there was no bright side.
Whatever you mean, Mr. Natsume.
Even after this, I'm still cursed by the spirits. And now they're by the Reaper. Oh Lord, from Zeke's. I haven't forgotten, you know, the phrasing that man in court means. If you're not found guilty, you're still doomed.
It will be alright, Mr. Natsume.
Hmm?
If the Reaper appears trying to make trouble, I will protect you.
Hiya!
Why? Wait, I need to do this correctly.
To
Which camera was
perfectly
it?
execute Susato takedown.
Look, I'm upside down, guys. Upside down, bouncing off the ceiling.
Turn around. And you laying on your belly.
You're going to probably live, Sira. Look, I'm upside down.
Upside down. He's turning around. Upside down.
Well, look at the screenshot I sent to you.
Wait.
I'm perfectly takedown, yeah. Hilarious, you're literally upside down.
Oh yeah!
Upside down, turn around.
Much I like to turn on my head. A bit warning might be nice next time, Mrs. Susato. Yep. Her name is hard.
Susato. I'm going back to Japan.
So, Mr. Nusome, what do you think they're doing now? I mean something about recounting your experience to your friends back in Japan. Yes, I intend to return to my homeland soon.
Oh,
It's already been a year since I arrived there and graduated. Available universities, libraries, bookshops. I've been on with the professors. I learned so much about the health and culture here. Shapes. I've come to realize that it's calling to sail home and tell my fellow countrymen about it.
that's very touching, Mr. Natsume.
Or in perhaps less veiled terms. You wish to withdraw halfway around the world to escape the terror of the Reaper's curse?
Not at all! The more I learn of literature, the more the stage filling claws in my insides. I'm compelled to return to more roots and attempt pen a work of my own. Oh, I see.
Let's go.
A work of literature by Sira. That will be interesting to read.
Oh, a literature, Soseki-san, nice. And what about Miss Susato and yourself, Mr. Nadahuru?
Sorry, what about us?
Will you return to Japan alongside your mustache's compatriot?
Why would we?
A week has not yet passed since we arrived in London. And only now does it feel true we have a family found our feet.
And you are accommodated to the hostel at present, are you not?
That's right, but we need to find lodging before it bankrupts us.
I calculated we are only afford another 10 nights before our entire budget is exhausted.
Hold on, you can take my lodgings. Oh, the windowless room. But it lacks in windows and more, except for a floor and ceiling and some walls. Great. And of course, I'd be happy to leave behind the associate evil spirits.
Oh my, an evil spirit?
Oh yes! It tries to suffocate you while you're asleep, and it is a wake-up call.
It's because, of course, there's no air in the room then,
Yeah.
if the windows aren't there.
Indeed. Well, we will think about it, if that's alright.
Perhaps I can offer a more welcome alternative. Would you consider taking lodgings with me?
No! Actually, yes.
To a crazy person? Really?
Really?
Well, recently as an conventionally present itself. This is up in the attic, I might add.
Are you sure it ain't just a storage loft?
I spoke with the landlady this very morning on a matter of price, and I was just cleaning the room as we speak. You must come at once. I presume you have no luggage to speak of?
Oh, it's simply wonderful. What an honor, invited to the taking lodgings to the great detective's office. It's attic. I'm too overcome for words.
Can I please run? So suggesting we look elsewhere and out of it then?
Then it's settled. I was to prepare a welcome dinner this event. And you must come too, Mr. Natsume. I insist.
I don't know what to say, but thank you, and yes.
Wonderful, then I go and complete my paperwork for your formal release. Mr. Natsume, it shouldn't take you that long.
Someone's happy. Oh, chum. I never know you will let me down. When you let me down. I'm truly delighted to have you. You're here in London. Likewise, Miss Natsume. It's a privilege meeting you too. It's a shame that we have to say goodbye so soon. Well, I have come to realize that I belong in Japan. Imagine we'll meet again one day. Yes, I am sure. Hopefully by then I'll be a successful lawyer. And hopefully by then I'll be a successful author.
Well, my dear fellow, our carriage appears to have arrived. Shall we go, Mr. Naruhodo?
Yes, Mr. Sholmes.
A little doubt Mr. Natsume will be released in time for dinner this evening.
And so, with Chiki-san's innocence successfully been established, we wrote to which Miss Jones what it was to become our home at 221B Baker Street.
Cutscene. 20th of February, 4:41 p.m. The attic room.
So this is
It's our new office, yes.
our office. I really like the sound of that.
Me too. It's simply wonderful, isn't it?
I hope you can see this, Kasama. It's only a small step, but I would like to think we're getting a little closer to your dream now.
So, my dear fellows, do you like the place?
Whoa! Okay, he kind of looks handsome now.
Without the jackets and hat here.
Yeah. Ah, Mr. Holmes. Yes, thank you so much.
Oh, it is a delightful room, Mr. Sholmes. I simply adore it.
Good, I'm pleased to hear it. Iris and I delighted to welcome you.
I hope everyone's hungry. It's nearly time for dinner. We'll eat as soon as Mr. Natsume arrives. We have been a lot to celebrate. Iris, you must let me help you. All right then, Susie. You can be in charge of the salad. Splendid.
So, Mr. Naruhodo, how does it feel? To have your own office in the capital.
It's very exciting, actually. I can't help wondering what adventures await us.
Those were precisely my sentiments when I first established my office at these premises. Until I discovered the dark truth about the city of London, that is.
Sorry?
London is a glorious place, full of wonder, opportunity, possibly, and myth. But the brightness of light casts the darkness of shadows.
Shadows? What do you mean? Assassin's Creed shadows?
Well,
so I could help it.
Well, I believe you are well aware of the murkiness that lies behind London's facade already. So once again, Mr. Naruhodo.
I can't really help it, but like just
to London.
I love his look. I literally love his look.
Without the jacket yet.
He looks actually legit handsome. Like I don't know why.
Oh my god. Danny is here simping over Sholmes.
Can I help it? Of course, at the time.
At the time, I had no idea of the significance of those words Mr. Sholmes so casually said, but it wasn't long before my turn come. To lift the facade and see the true depth of the murk that lay behind it. Cutscene!
Nope. The end.
Landed in London. You have your achievement completed.
Well, actually, a trophy, but close enough.
Achievement unlocked. We are in London officially.
Yep. And there you go.
That's about to end our mission for now on.
Well, we're gonna end it here. But that is the next episode we're gonna play. Like, legit, the next episode.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to do it in Dragon Ball Z way, but I don't know how to do it with this big title. A bit impossible. But okay. Until next time, everybody. Have a good day, have a good week, and probably see you soon again. Depends on when we get it done. Till next time, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.